What's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr. Duga, coming at y'all with another live Q&A. Sorry, I'm a couple of minutes late, man. I had to tend to some business real quick. But welcome in, yo. A lot going on, man. Obviously, man, I want to start off by giving a huge congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl 54 champs, man. Shout out the former Philadelphia Eagle head coach Andy Reid, who finally gets over the hump, finally gets that well coveted, Super Bowl championship. Shout out to the former LSU Tigers, man. Tyron Honey Badger Matthew, um, Morris Claiborne, Spencer Ware, Darrell Williams. All those guys are Super Bowl champs, man. And of course, tomorrow, man, is National Signing Day. LSU is basically in the hunt for two more really, really huge recruits. One of them a five-star, top 10 overall prospect. We're gonna see how that goes. And the NBA trade deadline is Thursday, yo. Will my Miami Heat make a move or any other teams like, the Lakers, Clippers, and then them make moves? So it's a lot to get into, man. I'll be with y'all for like a little over an hour, man. So appreciate everybody tuning in, yo. What's up, Sir Nando27? Appreciate you tuning in. What's going on, Mr. Duga? I hope you're having a great evening. Yeah, man, everything going well, man. Everything going well so far, yo. I hope everything going well with you too, man. Um, let's see. What's up, Darnell? Appreciate you tuning in. What up, bruh? Hey, just here chilling, man. Just here chilling, yo. A lot going on this week, man. Ready to get it, ready to see where everything go down. What's up, Brian Dennis Stadium, man? There you go, man. Thought you died. Notre Dame is still 2-2, man. Well, fortunately, I'm still alive, man. And yeah, Notre Dame, yeah, they're not very good, man. I'm with you, yo. What's up, Lenny D? Appreciate you tuning in. Mahomes about to break the bank, and that still ain't signed. Gotta love. Glad we locked up wins early. Hey, like, you right about Mahomes, man. Mahomes could literally grab a blank check and write down any number he want. And the Kansas City Chiefs gotta feel obligated to give him that, yo. That guy is just, man, he has all the physical tools to be the greatest, man. Like he really does, yo. I don't know how much longer Andy wants to coach, but he got a great scheme. He got a great coach. He got weapons. And the AFC, man, it's out of pretty much for the foreseeable future. You got to believe it's out of them. Houston, Baltimore. Let's see what happens with Tom Brady, New England. But for me, that's really the big three in the AFC right now, like consistently going forward. And yes, I'm very happy we signed Wentz early because for one, it locked them up, man. We showed that we really believe in our quarterback and we locked them up. And I believe and Wentz showed us that we did very well by doing that, which, we all knew that already, but the way he performed, considering his lack of weapons, especially late in the season, leading us to a division championship. And I believe if Clowney don't take him out, we beat Seattle. But, that's here there. But yeah, just got to get him some weapons now. And Dak, I mean, for me personally, like I told people, man, Dak blew it by not holding out. Dak should have held out. If Dak would have held out like Zeke did, Dak would have got his money. I promise you. Because coming into this season, Jerry Jones was delusional enough to believe that, oh, we got a Super Bowl team here. Let me just lock in my quarterback and my running back, make sure they happy, and we're going to go out there and win the Super Bowl. But since he didn't, he's going to be under the franchise tag. Now, Jason Garrett, the scapegoat, is gone. So when things go wrong, nobody going to blame McCarthy in his first year after dealing with what they dealt with Garrett for all these years. It's on Dak now. Dak going to play under the franchise tag. And, Cowboy fans, if he don't play well, going to start turning on him. Let's see. What's up, Gate City Blue Devil? Appreciate you tuning in. How about them Chiefs? I'm barely old enough to remember Hank Stram. He was a trip fun to watch him. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I obviously I wasn't around to see that, but I did see a lot of footage, NFL films of Hank Stram, especially in that Super Bowl 4 when they played the Minnesota Vikings. He just looked like he was a guy full of a lot of energy, and a lot of fun. But yeah, shout out to the Chiefs, man. 50 years, yo. I know what it's like because obviously me being an Eagles fan. Seeing us win that Super Bowl a couple of years ago was it was amazing. And, literally, I think today is the 2 year anniversary. It was 2 years ago today, I believe, so that we won the Super Bowl. It's a great feeling, especially if I know people like teams like the Patriots, are a little spoiled, but teams like the Eagles before the last one and the Chiefs who haven't done nothing in like 50 plus years, it's a great feeling. The first time you see it in your lifetime, it's a great feeling. And I'm happy for all those people in Kansas City. I'm happy for Andy Reid, and I'm happy for all those former LSU Tigers, who now have Super Bowl rings to their legacy. What's up, Conru girl? Appreciate you checking in. Your friend from Texas checking in. Hey, I greatly appreciate you being here, yo. Thanks for the support each and every week from you and from everyone else here on this live, man. Thank y'all so much, yo. What's up, Sergeant Gibby? Appreciate you tuning in. What it be? What it do, Mr. Dugai? Your phone keep going back. Because apparently I'm going. I know I've said this a gazillion times. I actually could have gotten the phone today, but I was a little busy. I actually have a cousin who says he has a phone for me. So yeah, man. Hopefully I have a phone, but for some reason my phone just every time I try to do a live stream, it'll just knock me off. So Old Faithful at least keep the stream. I know it blinks, but it keep the stream going. But hopefully, man, eventually I can fix this issue. But hey, thank you and thank everybody, despite that, for still tuning into your boy on these lives every week. I greatly appreciate it, yo. Your thoughts on permanent replacement head coach for Team Michigan State? Yeah, I literally just seen that before I came on that Mark D'Antoni had resigned. They're in a tough spot. They're in a tough spot, yo. Obviously it's a solid program, but they kind of late in the game. All the big coaching names have pretty much been hired already. So now they kind of at a place where for now they're either gonna have to try to find a coordinator out there and promote and offer him the job, or hire within. Probably an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, to be an interim and to see how it goes for a season, and then kind of similar. This is kind of similar to when Jim Tressel had resigned at Ohio State. When Luke Fickell took over for a season, basically as an interim, with the opportunity, to become the permanent head coach, and obviously he didn't do well. They went 6-6, and they hired Urban Meyer. So I think it's a situation where they're gonna probably hire one of they already on staff guys. But as far as names, I mean, all the big names all the coaching prospects that was out there are pretty much taken care of. I don't think nobody at this point, especially with national signing day being tomorrow, I don't think nobody at this point are going to leave their current head coaching job, to take that job. Maybe next year, but right now it's kind of tough to say, to be honest with you. But I think they'll hire somebody already currently on staff, to fill that role, to be like a interim coach with the opportunity to become permanent depending on performance. What's up, Cowboy X Factor? Appreciate you tuning in. Hey there, Mr. Dugai. What is up? Congrats to the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. And could Heat take a trade at the deadline or not? Patrick Mahomes and Watson about to make Prescott and his price go up. First of all, yeah, Mahomes got to get a blank check, man. Remember that movie, man? I remember I was a little boy. This movie, Blank Check, when this little boy had basically had a blank check and asked a guy to write a price, and he put $1 million. It's like That's what Mahomes gonna do. Like Mahomes gonna literally get a blank check and be able to write down any price he want to write down on that thing, man. Um, and as far as the Heat, I don't know if we do something for the simple fact I've seen that there was rumblings that we were looking into Drew Holiday, but we would have to give up Tyler Hero. I do not want to give up Tyler Hero for Drew Holiday. With all due respect to Drew Holiday, I know he's a really good player. Drew Holiday right now would be would fit would help the team. He's a scorer. He's a combo guard that could score, and especially defensively, he'll do wonders for us defensively. But I don't think that's worth giving up Tyler Hero. The only player that I see, which he's not gonna get traded now, but in the offseason, it's a chance that he could get traded. The only player really that I would trade Tyler Hero for if I could get is Bradley Beal. If we was able to get Bradley Beal, then I'd trade Tyler Hero for him. But Drew Holiday, man, like, and I know they say we was looking at Danilo Gallinari. For me, it's all about I like my young core. Now, granted, I think we kind of somewhat overachieving this year. I thought coming into the season we would be like a 6 or a 7 seed. Right now, we're the fourth. And when I really look at the Eastern Conference, to be honest with you, depending on how we shoot the ball, how we play, like we could, at least get to the Eastern Conference Finals. But I just still look at that free agent class in a couple of years. Well, I still think we got a great shot to get Bradley Beal in the offseason. I still believe we got a great shot in the next couple of years to get Giannis. I would love to see a Jimmy Butler, Giannis, Bradley Beal big three. But I'm willing to wait until then. I'm willing to see how far this young core could go and try to get one of those guys. Like I don't think Drew Holiday is enough star quality to get rid of guys like Tyler Hero or Kendrick Nunn or Bam Adebayo. The only young guy I'm willing to let go is Justice Winslow because it's almost like he ain't part of the team anyway. He's always hurt. But honestly, I don't think nobody want him. To be honest, so we'll see. I hope not because I don't want to let go of none of my young guys. Now we let go of a couple of expiring contracts, then yeah. But nah, I don't want to let none of my young guys go for a guy like that's not like, in my opinion, I think is superstar quality. Let's see. Sunday, I seen one dynasty die, the Patriots, and another one begin, the Chiefs. And do you think we got a chance to win another Super Bowl within 2 years? I agree with you on that too, because I work with a couple of Patriots fans, and I told them before the game, I said, look, man, if Mahomes win this thing, I'm gonna feel like it's a passing of the torch. I'm gonna feel like the New England Patriots have passed the torch to the Kansas City Chiefs, and Tom Brady passed the torch to Patrick Mahomes. And as far as the Eagles, I absolutely do believe it, yo. First of all, in the NFC, it's a revolving door. Like it's never really the same team. Like think about it. Since the Seahawks in like 2000, what 13, 14, it's been a different NFC team every year. A couple of teams have that went were teams that didn't even make the playoffs the previous year. I believe like we are like for me, if we could get Robbie Anderson should be free agent priority number one. If we could sign him, and if we could get a guy like Henry Ruggs the third from Alabama, and probably get like a cheaper, corner and just we got 10 picks in the draft. So, we should go straight, wide receivers and cornerback, wide receivers and defensive backs. I think we okay on the offensive line. I think we okay in the backfield. Obviously, I think we okay at tight end. I think we okay. I think we okay at defensive line. We'll get Malik Jackson back. Derek Barnett and Brandon Graham. Barnett just got to start staying healthy. Maybe we add like Josh Sweat at times showed flashes at times this year. I think we okay on the D line. I think we okay at linebackers, which we never really use linebackers a whole lot like that anyway. But I think we okay with, with TJ Edwards and Nathan Gary, Kamir Grugier-Hill, and those guys. For me, it's wide receivers and corner and wide receivers, corner slash safeties. If that's what we focus on in free agency and the draft, and we stay healthy, this team got to start staying healthy. That's our biggest issue is just health. If we could do that, we got a shot. We got just as good a shot as anybody. Like I said, we got a great young quarterback. He just need weapons. Got a solid offensive line. Just need weapons. Yo, we get that and we stay relatively healthy, the Eagles could get right back up there, yo, in my opinion. What's up, Six Inc? Appreciate you tuning in. I'm so happy for Chiefs Kingdom. They finally got it after 50 years. I would dare say they could be a dynasty as long as they continue upgrading their defense. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the Patriots, I feel like are starting to get out of the way a little bit. The Texans are, Deshaun Watson is something serious. If Houston could just improve a couple of positions, they'll be up there. Baltimore, if Lamar Jackson could just continue to develop more as a passer and get weapons, those are the teams that I look at. But right now, Kansas City is head and shoulders above both those teams, in my opinion. Like you said, just keep adding young pieces to the defense. Keep adding. They got Chris Jones, they got Frank Clark. Probably get another linebacker. Probably get another corner. And you got the weapons on offense. You got. I think DeMarcus Robinson is a free agent, but you got Tyreek Hill signed. You got McCall Hartman is a rookie. Sammy Watkins is signed. Is he signed? I think he's signed. You got Kelsey. I mean, like they got it going on, yo. They in a great, 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 great spot right now. I remember going to the Iron Bowl in 2017, and honestly, I wasn't exactly attracted by Auburn Stadium. I also hate that we had to lose it while being surrounded by a bunch of inbreed Auburn fans. Boy, y'all really go through it when y'all go over there, man. I noticed besides that year with Cam Newton, Auburn don't really mess with Alabama over there. But when y'all go to the Plains, man, y'all Auburn get it out of y'all, man. I noticed that. What's up, Brandon Reese? Appreciate you tuning in. What up, Mr. Duga? I hope Coach always able to get 4-star D tackle McKinley Jackson and 5-star D tackle Jordan Burch tomorrow. Name one football coach from each power conference that you think has the most to prove next year. First with the first part of it, yo. Yeah, that's the two big fish. That's the two big fish, yo. Especially Jordan Burch, man. I watched this guy highlights, man. I know he kind of played DN in high school, but he's gonna play defensive tackle, in college. In Bo Pelini's scheme, yo, where Glenn Dorsey and the Dominican Sue just dominated at D tackle, yo. That guy would be amazing. Like he would be amazing in this 4-3 scheme, yo, getting up the field. Uh, it's so funny because I was thinking earlier, the last couple of Wednesday national signing days in February, we had this. Well, obviously we got a lot of great players, obviously, but it was that one guy that we all wanted that we ended up missing out on. You remember? I think it was 2017. It was that in the late, or it might have been early signing period. But I remember Marvin Wilson. He ended up going to Florida State. I remember that was a guy that I'm like, all right, and we could get him, and he went to Florida State. A couple of years ago, it was Patrick Surtain. He ended up going to Alabama. Last year was Ishmael Schuster, and he ended up going to Alabama. So I was thinking, like, Jordan Burch is that guy this year. McKinley Jackson, I think we get him. I think we get him, yo. But Jordan Burch, it's really 50-50. It's all about, I love LSU's chances for the simple fact that he committed and didn't sign. Like, why would he just not sign when you already committed there? Why you gonna commit there and not sign, let them basically flower you some more and then decide, okay, I will come to y'all? to me that, and he said back then LSU was like a very close second. I think me personally, I think with him seeing LSU win a national championship, I think with us seeing now that Bo Pelini is there, with him realizing that man, Glenn Dorsey and the Dominican Sue are both amazing in college. The only reason for me, he would go to South Carolina is because he's from there and he'll just be like the toast of the town. Other than that, like all indications, like bro, come to LSU, like come, play for a chance to win a national champ. You ain't winning no national championship at South Carolina, bro. I'm sorry, like that's just not gonna happen. If you don't want to upset your hometown people, I get it. It's not like LSU. I get it is in the SEC, but it's not like you're going to Georgia or you're going to Florida or Tennessee. Like a big rival. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll see. To me, from all indications that I've seen, is literally 50-50. Like people really won't know until the announcement happens. I think we got a real shot at this guy, yo. And as far as each coach that has something to prove in each Power Five conference, in the SEC, to me it's Jimbo Fisher. Obviously it's a lot of new coaches, so I'm gonna go with Jimbo Fisher. I feel like this is a year that obviously with the schedule, he should go no worse than 9-3. I think this is a year that Jimbo Fisher has to make a jump to a New Year's Six bowl, or people in College Station are gonna really start like, yo, what's up? Because he's making a whole lot of money. Basically, LSU, we was too broke for him, basically, which I'm glad it worked out. As Coach O is amazing. As far as the ACC, I know it's just his second year, but I think Manny Diaz is under a lot of heat over there. People with the Cans are not very happy. Florida State obviously made the change to Mike Novelli, however you say his name. Um, I think that's the guy that, Manny Diaz is the guy that has a lot to prove. And the Pac-12 is easy for me. It's Clay Helton at USC. Honestly, I thought he was gone. Like, I really thought he would have been fired, like, after last season, but USC gave him another shot. And for me, you know, I feel like I think Urban Meyer really wants that USC job. Like me, obviously not having no sources or nothing like that. My opinion, I think USC dropped the ball because I think Urban Meyer wants the USC job if it comes available. So Clay Helton is that guy, yo. Let's see, in the Big 12, it's time to me. It's Tom Herman. Obviously he came. He's not honestly like. I know they won the New Year's Six Bowl, last year against Georgia. I get it. But besides that, he's not doing that much better than Charlie Strong to me, to be honest with you. And people wanted to run Charlie Strong clean out of Austin. So for me, it's Tom Herman in the Big 12. And let's see, what other? The Big 10, well, obviously Jim Harbaugh. Like Jim Harbaugh. He's less miles in it over there. Like he's really less miles in it at Michigan, meaning that he's gonna win 8, 9, 10 games a year. But he doesn't beat not only does he not beat Ohio State, he gets the brakes beat off of him when he plays Ohio State. So I think he is under a whole lot. I would have went Mark D'Antonio, but he resigned today. But I think it's Jim Harbaugh over there at Michigan. People got us possibly linked to Henry Ruggs and or Brandon Ayoko from Arizona State University. Man, by me watching obviously a whole lot of SEC football, I think Henry Ruggs would be great for us, yo. Like that's like a very. I think the thing that I'm worried about when it comes to him is I think he's gonna light it up at the combine. I think once he gets out there on the combine, he might his stock. I think his stock will rise. The guy is very fast. The guy is explosive and is an extreme athlete, and you don't see him drop anything. He kind of got a little overshadowed, by Jerry Jeudy, but man, that guy is amazing. Like he's amazing, yo. That's my one fear where I'm like, man. I want him. That's who I want us to get so bad in the first round. Because I watched that guy. That guy play a lot. And the thing though, man, is that I'm like, man, once he get out there in that combine, man, and he go through these drills. Now the good thing is, the positive thing is the wide receiver draft, like the wide receiver class is loaded this year. Like you could get like a first round caliber wide receiver in the second round this season. This is one of the deeper wide receiver drafts that we've ever seen. And what's good is that it's a lot of teams that need wide receivers, and the Eagles being one of them. So the one, like I said, so that's one of the positive things is, guys like Judy gonna go up high. CD Lamb, Jalen Rager at TCU is a guy to keep an eye out for. A lot of these guys gonna go up high, man. I'm just worried that once he goes out there and lights it up at the combine, like I think he will, you know, teams are going to take him before we pick at 21. Because that's the guy I got my eye on. I want a receiver with speed. We need speed, yo. Robbie Anderson could run. Henry Ruggs can run. Like, we need guys. If you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, all those guys can run. Tyreek Hill can run. McCall Hardman can run. Sammy Watkins can run. Like, we need guys that can run. So that's why I'm really hoping like that we could get him, yo. We got Jannard Avery. Yeah, him too. So, like I said, I think we okay on the D line. I think we okay in the front seven. I think, with the addition, hopefully Malik Jackson could stay healthy. He missed the whole year. Obviously, I think Tim Jernigan is gone. I don't think we bring him back. He's a free agent. But if the front seven could stay, if guys like Malik Jackson and Derek Barnett could stay healthy, I think we okay in the front seven. For me, it's wide receivers and defensive backs. We need receivers, corners, and safeties. If we get that, and these guys could come in and make an immediate impact, we got a great shot to really do some things this year, yo. Should the Bengals go after Chase Young for first round pick if Joe Burrow doesn't want to be there? I do think Burrow, if he doesn't, then yes, you go Chase Young. I do think Jambalaya Joe wants to be in Cincinnati. When you consider he's an Ohio kid, I seen that his hometown of Athens is literally 2.5 hours away from Cincinnati. I think he would embrace it. He's tough. He seems like an AFC narc type of quarterback. I think he would embrace that whole situation. Yeah, I think he'll want to be there. Like, it's all about, do Cincinnati take him? Like, that's the thing. Do they overthink it and take Chase Young? Do they go after another quarterback like Tua or Justin Herbert? That's all yet to be determined. But I think Jambalaya Joe would thrive like at the opportunity to play over there. Now, granted, I think they're probably gonna lose AJ Green. But they got John Ross, they got Austin Tate, they got Tyler Boyd, they got Joe Mixon. They're getting another lineman they drafted from Alabama back last year who missed the whole year. So they got a couple of pieces offensively to work with. They just probably need to add a tight end that could stretch the field consistently. Probably one more receiver, one more like possession type of receiver, and the offense, fix the offensive line and the defense. And I think Cincinnati will be okay in a couple of years or so. What's up, Malik Baker? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Mr. Dugas? Hey, what's going on, bro? Glad you could make it, man. And get a QB in a later round. Yeah, I think they would want to go Jambalaya Joe. Like, they would want to do that, yo. What's up, KB Brown? Appreciate you tuning in. How are you doing, Mr. Dugas? I hope you're having a blessed day. What you think of your Philadelphia Eagles drafting Justin Jefferson instead of Jerry Jeudy? I don't think we get the Jerry Jeudy. I think he goes up like top 10. So I think he'll be gone. But I would be okay with Justin Jefferson, but I think we need more so of outside wide receivers that can run. Justin Jefferson, I think, is a slot receiver in the NFL. I think he'll be a great slot receiver in the NFL. But
I think we okay. I think we really gonna give Greg Ward Jr. a shot to really hold on that job. For me, it's outside receivers, yo. Henry Ruggs, um, Robbie Anderson. We need guys that could play the outside. So now, if we could have got Jerry Judy, that'd be great. But obviously, I don't think he gonna be there for us to pick. And I don't think with this being such a deep wide receiver draft, I don't think we trade up, to get a receiver when there'll be a good one available at 21. You would think. So, yeah, I think we all right, man. I would be okay with either one of those guys, obviously, but I don't think we go Jefferson because I think we need a receiver on the outside, and obviously I don't think we go Judy simply because I don't think he'll be there. What's up, Prime Time? Appreciate you tuning in. Whoa, Centaur's greatest scale operator, man. I can't see you. I can't see the pic, man. I don't even know who this is. What's up, whoever you is? What's up, Prime Time? Obviously, you work with me, yo. What's going on, yo? You gotta reveal yourself to me. I can't see your picture; it's too small. What's up, Chandler Hodge? Appreciate you tuning in. NFL draft receivers are stacked. Yeah, it really is, yo. This is a good year. The Eagles picked the right year to need a receiver. Like Eagles picked the right year to need a receiver in the draft because, like you mentioned, this wide receiver draft is just loaded, yo, with high level wide receiver prospects. For me personally, like I said, a guy I've just been thinking about over and over again is Henry Ruggs the third from Alabama. Like I said, but I think he's going to go to the combine and I think he's going to light it up. I think people are going to be impressed with his speed, and his ability to run after the catch. So, you know that that makes me wonder a little bit like, man, he going to raise his stock. Teams going to start, other teams are going to start looking at him, before the Eagles pick at 21. So yeah, it's loaded though. It's loaded, but I feel either way that I think we'll get a good one, yo. What's up, Skull Nation? Appreciate you tuning in. Who lost for the 49ers? I said Kyle blew that game up 10 with 12 minutes to go and the ball, but Jimmy missing Sanders was bad. I put the blame on both of those guys. For Kyle Shanahan, I want to say it was after they got the interception. I think it was Most that got a 5 yard carry on first down. You got a 2nd and 5. Like against Minnesota and Green Bay, he pounded those teams. Now, granted, I know Kansas City was doing a little better against the run this postseason. But they threw the ball 2 plays in a row. So it's like Kyle Shanahan got to take some blame for that. But Jimmy G was bad in that fourth quarter, man. Like Jimmy G was just absolute. You could tell he does not like getting. He out there playing like a pretty boy. Like he was just absolutely terrified and petrified to get hit. Like if they got close to him, he's like he just closed his eyes and threw that ball up, yo. Like he was just absolutely petrified and terrified of getting any type of contact. So and that's throw to Sanders was missed throw was horrible. That's a touchdown. If he throws an accurate ball, that's a touchdown. Or worst case scenario, you inside the 5 yard line. But yeah, I say both of them, yo. I would go a little more Jimmy G than Shanahan, even though I didn't like some of his decisions. But I'll go a little more Jimmy G because you a quarterback, you out there, you got to make the throw, man. Like you got to make. He had guys open. You got to make a throw to win the game, yo. And he blew his opportunity, to be great. Mahomes took advantage of it and he blew it. What's up, Dwayne RTR? Appreciate you tuning in. Sup, do guys? LSU, SEC, SEC, SEC. That's right. Hands down,
the best conference in college football. It ain't even close, man. You know, people could come here, oh, the Big Ten. Man, the Big Ten got Ohio State and everybody else. Like the SEC, man, you got LSU, you got Alabama, you got Auburn, you got A&M, you got Georgia, Florida, you know, South Carolina capable of biting somebody in the behind. You know, Tennessee is getting better and better. They're gonna be capable of biting somebody in the behind. Um, Ole Miss should be better with Lane Kiffin. Mississippi State should be better with Mike Leach. You know, this conference is amazing. Like it's amazing, yo. I know the bottom feeders, you know, like the Arkansas, the Vanderbilts. Kentucky is still a decent team, you know, but yeah, this by far the best conference in college football, yo. And shout out to my Tigers too, man. Still crazy, man. National champs, man. Still hard to believe, man. What's up, Chandler Highs? Appreciate you tuning in. Bengals, Joe Burrow, Redskins, Chase, Lions, Jeff, Giants, Isaiah Simmons, Dolphins, Tua, Chargers, Justin Herbert. Uh, the only one I think I disagree with you a little bit is I think the Giants would go, well, just my opinion. I think the Giants would go Andrew Thomas instead of Isaiah Simmons. They need to solidify that offensive line, especially since Nate Solder, their big free agent accusation like what a year or two ago, has not been very good for them. I think they'll go more Andrew Thomas, the tackle from Georgia, in my opinion, before they'll go Isaiah Simmons. But I like the rest. I agree. I can see Burrow obviously to Cincinnati, Chase Young to Washington. You know, Akuda to Detroit. And yes, Justin Tua to Miami, Justin Herbert to the Chargers. I definitely could see it playing out that way. But I think Simmons gets past the top five. I think the Giants will look more for offensive line help. But especially if like the Redskins take Chase Young, because obviously they're gonna want a guy that they going up against him twice a year. They're gonna want a guy that can block him. You know, so I think they'll go Andrew Thomas. Tom Brady, the Raiders. I don't think he go there, man. I've been seeing that. I don't think Brady mess around with them, man. If Brady goes anywhere, in my opinion, if he goes anywhere, it's still hard for me to believe he wouldn't be back in New England. Um, I think the Chargers would take a chance on him. Like, you know, it being the West Coast. The Chargers got a very talented roster, man. They just had some injuries this season. You know, you got Keenan Allen, you got Mike Williams, you got Hunter Henry. Well, obviously, I don't think they're gonna have Melvin Gordon anymore. Defensively, you know, Bosa, Ingram, Derwin James, you know, Casey Hay. They got some talent over there. Like, that's the type of team that if they got a good veteran quarterback, they got a shot, you know, to make some noise in the AFC West. Especially now you got to go up against Mahomes twice a year, who's now a Super Bowl champion. So you know he was already confident already. So you know now his confidence is just really through the roof now. But I don't see Brady going mess around with the Raiders because they're not gonna win anything. Brady gonna go somewhere where he gonna have a chance to win, in my opinion. I personally love going to Baton Rouge. That's probably my favorite away game to go to. Screw Jordan Howard. I hear you, man. We play this shit in Baton Rouge, man. LSU and Bama go at it in Death Valley this year. I know LSU finally broke the streak on the road, but LSU gonna have to win a game against Bama at home, man. At some point, man. Like you know that would be a big party for LSU. You know, for us fans in Baton Rouge if they could pull that out, yo. How good is Patrick Queen for draft? That's a good one, man. At first I was a little surprised he decided to leave, but really him and Jacob Phillips, which you know, obviously it worked out for them because you know I think LSU's gonna be at a 4-3 now, so they're gonna need just one linebacker in the middle, more of a thumper type of linebacker. Man, he has elite speed. he reminds me his ceiling is like Deion Jones. Because Deion Jones was not a very big linebacker, but Deion Jones had exceptional speed. Patrick Queen could fly, yo. He could really fly. Um, I see some mock drafts got him going as high as the second round, and some got him going as low as like the fourth round. Um, to me, it's all about the type of scheme you run. If you draft him, I don't think he could play like a inside 4-3 or type of linebacker. He would have to be. For me, he's more of a weak side linebacker. Like I think in the 4-3 scheme, he'll be like an outside guy that runs, flies around, make plays. I don't think he's small. He's still a little small. So I don't think he's gonna stand in there like, take on a lot of blockers and pulling guards and all that stuff. I think he'll be a guy that's on the outside that's freed up to run around and make plays. I think he'll be a decent prospect. Like I said, if he's able to play an outside linebacker in a 4-3 scheme. Because I know he played the 3-4 on the inside for LSU, but that ain't gonna fly in the NFL because I think he's a little small. Obviously he don't have quite the ball skills to be a safety. So I think he's gonna have to be more of a, he gonna have to be off a more of a off the ball type of line, like I said, linebacker, an outside 4-3 type of linebacker, which I think that's what teams are gonna look at him as. I think he'll be a solid get, man. Like I said, he could fly. He had a great game against Clemson. And, he had the big interception against Alabama. He's made some plays this year. So I think he'll be a solid pickup for somebody that could use a weak side, linebacker and like like probably like late second, early third round, I'll say. But I think his stock gonna get up a little bit because for me, it's all about his bench press. Like how well do he do on the bench press? Because he's gonna pass all the athletic stuff. He gonna run well. He gonna have a good vertical. For me, it's how strong is he? Can he how that determines to me that's gonna determine how high he go, how much he bench presses at the combine. Let's see. What's up, Tiger Raven 18 2018? I can't wait for football season. Hey, me too, yo. Me too. Like, I'm excited, man. Once the Eagles got out, I was like, well, all right, because I'm a football fan in general. So I was excited to see the playoffs and see how everything would have unfolded. But on one hand, I was like, man, let's just get this thing over with so I can start looking ahead to the Philadelphia Eagles offseason. Start looking ahead to the combine. Looking at the prospects that I know we eyeing. Start looking ahead to free agency. And obviously the draft. The schedule release, how the schedule is for next season. And then college football, big national signing day tomorrow. So yeah, what I love now is football is pretty much a all around, a 12 month sport now. It hits a little bit of a dry period after National Signing Day until the combine start at the end of the month. But once the combine hit, then you got free agency after that, and then you got draft preparation, the pro days and all that. Then the draft, OTAs, and after OTAs until training camp, it kind of hits that little dry spot. But yeah, it's pretty much a 12-year revolving door, and I'm excited. Like I said, I'm excited it's over with. Shout out to the Chiefs. But I'm ready to see if LSU could get a couple of big fish tomorrow on National Signing Day. And I'm ready to see who the Eagles gonna get in free agency and in the draft. So yeah, I'm excited already. Also, what's up, White Elephant? Appreciate you tuning in. Hi, do you miss Kobe? Yeah, I do, yo. It's still hard to believe, man. I know the Kobe talk kind of died down a little bit the last couple of days, especially with the Super Bowl and stuff. I watched I made it home and I caught the LeBron speech Friday night. Addressing the Staples Center crowd. It's tough. It's tough, man. You know, I'm wondering when they're gonna have his memorial. It's probably since because somebody had asked me that, but unfortunately, since they burned, they won't have obviously they won't have a casket funeral. So they made the NBA and everybody made wait till probably the season over or something like that to have a memorial for him, his daughters, and probably and all the victims of that crash. But it's sad, man. It's truly sad, man, and not just for him and Gianna, but for the other victims, yo. Like the other mothers and the other dad on the plane holding your child and knowing there's nothing you could do about it, and just that's a horrific death, man. It just basically burn alive, man. It's unfortunate, man. It's real unfortunate, and it's sad, and yes, man. Cherish your loved ones, man. Cherish your loved ones. Um, and let's just try to be good people. But I do miss him, man. Great player. Looked like it looked like his daughter was on her way to being a big time, girls player. So yeah, it's just real unfortunate, yo. Who do you hate more, us or Notre Dame? As much as I dislike Notre Dame, I hate y'all more. Like y'all know I don't like y'all. I can't stand y'all. So yeah, it is. I dislike. I hate Alabama much more than I hate Notre Dame. I don't really hate Notre Dame. I just dislike them. Because I just know that they full of crap. You know what I'm saying? Like I agree with you 100% about them. They full of crap. They think they somebody and they not. I agree that they got the rich tradition and all that other stuff. But in today's college football, like they ain't about to win nothing. They don't consistently have the athletes, yo. So and they just around here, they get these special privileges. So yeah, I hate y'all much more than Notre Dame. How will Jalen Hurts' NFL career go? That's a good question. For me, Jalen Hurts needs to emulate Dak Prescott. That's the guy that Jalen Hurts, I feel like, needs to emulate. For him, obviously, he's going to need, like, similar to Dak Prescott, he's probably going to go somewhere that has an established starting quarterback. And whether the guy gets injured or the guy just severely underperforms, he'll get his opportunity. But if I was Jalen Hurts, I would really, because that's who I see his ceiling as. He could be a Prescott, where he could get with a certain team that got a good situation, a good running game, a decent defense, and go out there. He could make plays with his legs and make throws when asked to make throws. You know, so yeah, I think he gonna start off as a backup, and it depends. It depends. Do he get his big break or not? I don't think a team is gonna draft him as a franchise guy or thinking that okay he gonna be the heir apparent to whoever we got. Like I don't think the Saints will draft him thinking he'll be Breeze replacement, or the Packers thinking he'll be Rodgers, or the Patriots, or any of these teams like that. But I think for him is just going, studying a lot of film on Prescott, seeing how he plays, and and using that to his advantage. And I think, like I said, just waiting on his opportunity. He probably gonna get an opportunity. He probably gonna, quarterbacks don't, even Mahomes, he won the Super Bowl. Mahomes missed a few games this year. So whenever he gets an opportunity, he needs to go out there and play well. And if he don't get the job for the current team, another team will look at him and be like, okay, I could work with him. I see some good things. So yeah, his career needs to be somewhat similar to Dak Prescott. I believe if he wants to, really be solid in the NFL. Clemson 45, Notre Dame 17. Um, yeah, I think that I can see that. I can see Clemson really dominating, dating this game. Let's see. Which football stadium would you like to visit in each Power Five conference if you had to choose? That's a good one, yo. obviously in the SEC, well, the only one I've been to obviously is Death Valley. uh, I would like to visit. For me, it's out of two teams, man. It's out of Bryant Dennis Stadium and the Swamp in Florida. Those are two. One is out of those two. It's tight for me out of those two, yo. The Swamp, cause I'm gonna say the Swamp, cause I just remember that, as a little boy, like the Spurrier Florida Gators, and just how that was just a revered place. Like that was just a place where they got the crowd doing the Gator chomp and all that other stuff. I like to visit the Swamp if I had to pick one. As far as ACC, I like to visit Clemson's. I like to visit Clemson. I think they got a pretty cool, interest. The way they come off the buses with the balloons and they coming down the hill. I think that's pretty cool. Pac-12. I like to go to Oregon. Like I like to visit Oregon's state. I don't know the name. I forgot the name of this stadium, but I like to visit Oregon Stadium. That looked like a pretty cool place. The Big 12. Uh, I'll say Texas. I'll say Texas. I like to check their place out. There's a lot of tradition over there. They had a lot of great players come through over there. And one more conference, the Big Ten. I'll say the Big House. I'll say Michigan. So if I had to go to one stadium in each Power Five conference, I think those are the stadiums that I would like to check out. Josh Rosen to Patriots. I don't know, man. I don't know. Josh Rosen has gotten like I feel bad for him in a way. In a way, I kind of didn't believe he was that good anyway. To be honest with you, coming out of UCLA, he just had this snobbish attitude and just this arrogance when his teams were like 7-5 and stuff like that. So I never was a big believer in him like that anyway. But he kind of got done in a little bit, man. In Arizona, I don't think that was a good situation for him. They didn't have much of an offensive coaching staff. And, Cliff Kingsbury comes in and he wants his quarterback, which obviously that was the right decision. Kyler Murray was the offensive rookie of the year by a lot, Then he goes to Miami, and even though you could say he had a fair shot to win that job and be the consistent starter, I never felt like Miami was going to settle in on him as the franchise quarterback. All you've been hearing all season, from the Dolphins is tanking for Tua. Tanking for Tua, tanking for Tua. So, now he's going to end up on another team. And, I don't know if the Patriots are the type of, I don't know, man. I just think he gonna end up being a career backup. Like, a guy that went in the top 10, I want to say, or top 11. I think he gonna end up being a career backup, yo. Part of it is him when he got his chance, he wasn't very good. But I think that he got a very tough draw also. Let's see. I know Georgia fans are excited about Jamie Newman, but let's see what he does against better competition. Playing Duke and Louisville is not the same. Florida, Tennessee, and Auburn. Out of Cam Newton, OBJ, AB, who will bounce back strong? Um, let's see. As far as yeah, I seen they got him, but I was never sold that he's just gonna come in and just light it up for Georgia. So I don't know about that guy neither. I agree with you on that. The competition wasn't great, in the ACC. So yeah, we're gonna see how he does. I felt well. He may go late first round, early second round, so I can't say that Jake Fromm should have stayed. Georgia fans, I feel like they are frustrated that Justin Fields got away. I'm gonna say that. They would much, much rather Justin Fields right now than this guy, this transfer guy coming in. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Jambalaya Joe came to LSU and wasn't much expected out of him. But yeah, we'll see. But Georgia does, Georgia got a great recruiting class coming in, obviously. They're losing a lot, but they bringing in a lot. So obviously, granted, he didn't play the competition he did in the ACC, but at the same time, he's gonna have a lot more talent than he had when he played in the ACC. I think Pickens is a future first round wide receiver. That guy is big time, I believe, yo. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. Let's see out of Cam Newton, OBJ, who will bounce back strongest? Um, Honestly, I think AB. I think AB eventually gonna play again. I know a lot of people think his career over. I mean, the guy is just too talented. Like, I mean, look at Josh Gordon, man. Josh Gordon failed how many drug tests, and he's not even as talented as Antonio Brown. And he kept getting opportunity after opportunity. Antonio Brown is gonna play again. Um, wow, man, that's a good one. All three of them I believe in a little bit. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Cam Newton because Matt Rule. I don't think Carolina's new coach Matt Rule has totally ruled out the notion of keeping Cam Newton. I don't think he totally ruled that out, yo. I think it's still a part of him that believes in Cam Newton and want to give Cam Newton a chance with this Joe Brady offense. So I'm gonna say Cam Newton, man, because I'm not 100% sure that Carolina like gonna just completely let him walk away. Let's see. Uh, just where? Let's see. What's up, Trayvon Holloway? Appreciate you tuning in. Good Super Bowl. I'm happy the Chiefs won. Hate the 49ers. Go back, go. Hey, I'm happy the Chiefs won too. I don't have a problem with the 49ers like you do, obviously, but I understand. I understand the hatred. Packers 49ers go way back to the late 90s, early 2000s with the Brett Favre, Steve Young days. But yeah, man, I'm happy the Chiefs won also, yo. For me, it was Andy Reid and the LSU players, particularly I know Mo Claiborne and Spencer Ware and Darren Williams did not really play, but they got rings. Tyron Honey Badger Matthew was a big part of that Super Bowl ring, yo. Their D coordinator Steve Spagnuolo credits him for changing the culture of that whole defense. So yeah, for me, I'm pretty happy to see them get it done too, yo. Let's see. Georgia Tech. Oh, y'all talking through? Yeah, Georgia Tech fans are good. They don't talk smack. I mean, they couldn't. Like they ain't really done much. Is Jordan Love a first round pick? Excuse me. I don't think so. I think he'll be like late second, early third. Um, I watched him against I was curious to see him against LSU, yo. And to me, he didn't, he had a great opportunity going up against a big time secondary, a defense with a lot of good personnel, and they scored 6 points. And he was erratic, he was off target, all afternoon. I don't think he's a first round pick. I think he'll go like late second. To me, I think he'll go late second, early third. Um, Obviously, you got Jambalaya Joe, you got Tua, you got Herbert. Some people like Eason, some people like Fromm, those type of guys. So yeah, I think at best he's a second round. I think he's either a second rounder or a third rounder. Let's see. Clemson owns GT. Clemson owns everybody in the ACC. Kyler Murray or Baker Mayfield. Oh, that's Kyler Murray. It's easy for me. Kyler Murray, definitely. Like, I mean, first of all, he more talented. Like, he much more talented. No knock on Baker. Not to say Baker's some trash or nothing like that, but Kyler Murray is just an extreme. I mean, the guy was a top 10 pick in baseball also. So Kyler Murray is just a superb athlete. So give me Kyler Murray all day, every day when it comes to them two. Brady the Cowboys for 1 year if Dak holds out. Um, that would be hilarious. Like, I think that would be so funny. I feel like Dak blew it, man. Like Dak gonna have to this year. Dak is gonna have to be like basically almost like an MVP candidate and lead Dallas past the second round to get the type of money he really wants, yo. If he wanted that type of money, he should have held out, man. Like you don't ask for that type of money, go out there. You're not as good as the money you asking for, yo. Like it's everybody, even the realistic Cowboy fans will even tell you, like, we like Dak, but we know Dak ain't these other guys. Dak ain't no Mahomes, no Watson, no Wentz, none of these other young up and coming. Even he don't even look like he's a Lamar Jackson, neither. So, like, yeah, like he should have held out, man. I think he really dropped the ball on that. Is Grant Delpit a top 10 pick? That's a good. It depends, man. I think it depends on who needs a safety. He's going to be the first safety taken off the board. I think he'll be more of like a top 15 though. I think he'll go somewhere between 11 and 15. Just because I just think this receiver draft is so deep, man. People are gonna run to get wide receivers. So I think he'll be like probably like around the 11 to 15 range, I think. I just hope he don't end up with the Cowboys because if he end up there, like we like he'll be great with them. That's exactly what they missing. Georgia is also Clemson's rival. That's what's up. Who's your favorite team? LSU, Braves, Heat, or Eagles? Oh, there you go. All of them, man. I don't really. If I had to rank them, if you forced me to rank them, um, I'll go LSU. I'll go LSU 1, Eagles 2, Braves 3, Heat 4. If I had to rank them, which I love them all, obviously. Like I love them all, obviously, and every year I hope they win national championships every year. What's up, Irish Panther? Hey, dude, guys, what are your thoughts on Lamar, PlayStation Jackson becoming second unanimous and youngest MVP of all time? Also, Christian McCaffrey got robbed of Offensive Player of the Year. He had 1,000 rushing and I mean, shout out to Lamar Jackson. Well deserved, man. Well deserved. I'm glad it wasn't no buffoon out there that voted for anybody else for MVP. He clearly was the best player in the NFL from start to finish. So I'm glad that they recognized him and he rightfully got unanimously. And even though Christian McCaffrey had a great year, I disagree a little bit. I think, I think they got it right with Michael Thomas, yo. I think by him breaking Marvin Harrison's single season catch record and shattering it basically, I think they got it right. Christian had to be a close second, but I think that they got it right, yo. Let me see. I'm gonna take one more, y'all. What's up, RS? Appreciate you tuning in. You think Breeze coming back next season? I do. I think he comes back. I've talked to some Saints fans. Obviously, I'm in Louisiana, so my dad's a big Saints fan. I think a lot of people are disappointed because of that Minnesota game, which he played terrible. But I mean, think about it. The Saints was 13-3. You know, he missed a lot of time, came back, and I mean, against the coach, he threw one incompletion. Just the week before against Carolina, he was great. I think he could play one more year. I think the thing with the Saints is the Saints need to get him more weapons instead of just one wide receiver and a tight end who is solid but yet gets banged up and is a tight end. It's a very deep wide receiver draft. Saints need to get another wide receiver in the first round to go alongside Michael Thomas, and I think Breeze will be okay. But all right, y'all, I gotta run. Sorry if I didn't get a chance to your question or your comment. Once this video posts to my channel, you could go on there, ask me any question you want to ask me, or tell me anything you want to tell me. And when I get a chance, I'll respond to it. But once again, thank everybody for tuning in. to my live Q&A again. I really enjoy doing this every week. Like I said, National Signing Day tomorrow for college football. Looking forward to it. NBA trade deadline Thursday. Looking forward to it. This is our first weekend without football, yo, coming up, man. So just whether you watch basketball or just start doing more things with your family or whatever, enjoy y'all weekend. Stay tuned for my videos throughout the week. And Lord willing, man, I'll see y'all all again next Tuesday. Thank y'all for all the love and the support each and every week into the channel, yo. Y'all have a blessed one. Talk to y'all next week.